Hey, it's John Siskovich. I'm in my hop yard to talk about what irrigation I put in the yard and why. So I have 21 250-foot rows and 1.4 acres of hops. It's a small hop yard, but still a lot of work. We're trying to manage it organically, and that is proving to be very difficult. So for irrigation, I used drip tape. It's this line right here down on the ground with just a valve. I have an 1.5 inch header line that it hooks up to a garden hose, so I'm able to put it on any hydrant that's near the hop yard and run the entire yard that way. I got a low flow drip tape that allows me to irrigate the whole yard at once. So typically when I irrigate, I'll turn it on overnight, and with the specs of what my yard and my pump well system is, I can turn it on at night and then turn it off in the morning, and the whole thing will have watered pretty well, fairly evenly. You might be able to see two valves here. I have one row of marigolds at the end of the hop yard that way, and then the 250-foot row of hops the other direction. I went with the drip tape because it's inexpensive and it's super fast to set up. I got to this hop yard after it was already set up, and we had no irrigation, and with the drip tape you just run the header line, you punch in the valves, and then you run your strips of drip out from one end to the other, cap that end, plug this end in, and you're good. I did the entire 21 rows with one other guy in about 2.5 hours, the entire system. The header line I buried at the end of the rows and just popped up right in the middle of the row. That way I can mow across it and not have to worry about it. It's only about 3 inches under. It's right under the roots of the sod. I have sod and stuff growing in between my rows, so I don't till in that area. I just manage the grass and the weeds somehow. And I've been really happy with the drip tape. I use it all over the farm, so it was just simple to install it here in the hop yard. I got it from RainFlo Iriigation in Pennsylvania. I'm not affiliated with them at all, other than just being a happy customer. They have a website. I'm sure it's like rainflosomething.com. You can Google them, and I'll put a link in the notes for this video. And that is the irrigation I've used. Year to year, we've had to replace it because mice chew through it, or you just get kinks or holes, or it just degrades over time. So we replaced it entirely this year. Still very inexpensive to replace. We left the header line in, we left all the valves in, we just replaced the 250-foot runs. It's a waste of plastic, but it is what it is. It's not that much plastic. So that's what I used, for better or worse. If you have comments on what irrigation you have or would use in a hop yard, let me know. We didn't use black plastic mulch, so we didn't have the opportunity to run the irrigation underneath the mulch, so it's just sitting on top, dripping onto the plants. I think that's all the details. I hope you have an awesome day, and until next time, I'll see you out in the fields.